Hello, fellow bookworms! This week, we will be reviewing the Folk of the Air series by Holly Black, The Cruel Prince. Jude was 7 years old when her parents were murdered, and she and her two sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous High Court of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong there despite her mortality. But many of the Fae despise humans, especially Prince Carden, the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. To win a place at the court, she must defy him and face the consequences. In doing so, she becomes embroiled in palace intrigues and deceptions, discovering her own capacity for bloodshed. But as civil war threatens to drown the courts of Fairy in violence, Jude will need to risk her life in a dangerous alliance to save her sisters and Fairy itself. I would rate this book a 5 out of 5. The story draws you in with its captivating characters and enchanting narrative, leaving no room for boredom. The author masterfully portrays Jude's determination and resilience, making her a character you can't help but root for. The unique blend of dark fantasy and political intrigue, along with exquisite world building, sets this book apart. Each chapter ends with a hook that makes it impossible to put it down. In conclusion, The Cruel Prince stands out for its complex characters, hypnotizing plot, and richly imagined world. It's a must-read for anyone who loves fantasy with a dark edge and a story that lingers long after you've turned the last page. Next up, The Wicked King. After the jaw-dropping revelation that Oak is the heir to Fairy, Jude must keep her younger brother safe. To do so, she has found the Wicked King Carden to her and made herself the power behind the throne. Navigating the constantly shifting political alliances of Fairy would be difficult enough if Carden were easy to control. But he does everything in his power to humiliate and undermine her, even as his fascination with her remains undiminished. When it becomes all too clear that someone close to Jude means to betray her, threatening her own life and the lives of everyone she loves, Jude must uncover the traitor and fight her own complicated feelings for Carden to maintain control as mortal in the fairy world. I would rate The Wicked King a solid 4 out of 5. The second installment in the series continues to explore the dark and captivating world of Elfheim, following Jude as she navigates the treacherous politics and power struggles of the fairy realm. While the book maintains the series' signature intrigue and tension, it falls short in terms of plot development. Despite this, The Wicked King excels in character development and deepening the relationships introduced in The Cruel Prince. The world building remains immersive, and Holly Black's writing continues to enchant. Although the plot progression may be slower, the book is still a gripping read that sets the stage for an explosive finale. Next, Queen of Nothing. After being pronounced Queen of Fairy and then abruptly exiled by the Wicked King Carden, Jude finds herself unmoored, the Queen of Nothing. She spends her time with Vivian Oak, watches her fair share of reality television, and does the odd job or two, including trying to convince a cannibalistic fairy from hunting her own in the mortal world. When her twin sister Taryn shows up asking for a favor, Jude jumps at the chance to return to Fairy World, even if it means facing Carden. When a dark curse is unveiled, Jude must become the first mortal queen of Fairy to uncover how to break the curse or risk upsetting the balance of the whole Fairy World. I would rate The Queen of Nothing a perfect 5 out of 5 for obvious reasons. The plot picks up pace significantly, addressing the slower development in The Wicked King and providing a thrilling and emotional ride to the finish. Holly Black masterfully ties up loose ends and resolves key conflicts in a way that feels both unexpected and inevitable. Jude's character arc reaches a compelling climax, and her growth throughout the series is evident and gratifying. The dynamics between characters, particularly Jude and Carden, are handled with finesse, showcasing the complexities of their relationship and the depth of their development. The Queen of Nothing excels in balancing action, political intrigue, and emotional resolution. For fans of the series, this finale is everything they could hope for and more, cementing the Cruel Prince trilogy as a standout in the fantasy genre. Make sure to like and share this video, subscribe to Weekly Reads, and let us know in the comments about any book recommendations and your thoughts on this read. That's it for this week's read, and see you next week, bookworms!